Assalamualaikum and happy lockdown to Professor Rahim and all. Today we from Group 4 would like to present our community project on the Python programming language for Engineers and Society ECV 3011. Introducing the team members, I myself am Mariam binti Muhammad Johan. My matrix number is 196792.
My name is Dania Akmal binti Akmal. My matric number is 198602.
My name is Muhammad Aliff bin Biamin. My matric number is 197273.
My name is Zaim bin Ruslan and my matric number is 198932.
Hello everyone, my name is Vikneswaran and my matric number is 197279.
This is a brief glance at the team roles and responsibilities. So I'm Mariam, as project planner. I identified and determined project as well as conducting bilateral relations between the school and the university. Dania acted as the feedback medium provider. She provided a Google form for student feedback and analyzed the feedback obtained. Aliff was the teaching and project planner. He revised the content of the Python programming, taught Python programming to the participants. Zaim was the project implementer and editor. He developed detailed project plans and ensured the flow of the program went as expected. Viknes acted as the host and technical person in charge, hosting the Python project, teaching skill through Zoom, and was on standby to solve any technical issues while hosting. Moving on, these are the contents of our presentation for today. Moving on. So the problem we identified was a lack of practical and in-depth knowledge within secondary school children regarding the usage of the Python programming language in solving everyday life problems. So we chose to create a practical workshop for introducing and teaching secondary school children regarding the usage and advantages of the Python programming language. Now the main objectives of this workshop was to teach Python programming to school children and to assist the school children in understanding the advantages of using Python in solving everyday problems. Now, the community involved was secondary school children from SMK Putrajaya Presint 16-1, meaning that we created a workshop to be held with them.
Hello everyone. So moving on my part, they're going to present today, which is SG and MyST, relatable to the community project that we held. All right, next slide, please. All right, so let's move on to SDG number 1, which is the fourth goal of the SDG, which is quality education. So from the quality education is to ensure the inclusive and equitable quality education that promote lifelong learning opportunities for all. So how come this is going to be related to our community project, whereby we teaching the Python programming language to a community, which will include all the content and also equally distributes all the learning opportunities for everyone. And no matter how the person background is, so we're going to equally and also include all the content for them to learn. And for the MyST, which is from the social economic drives, which is state education. Education spans from the preschool to postdoctoral and continuing education. It's actually to purpose the education into a nurture and creative society and a skilled workforce. This education sector is also an important revenue earner for the country. So let's come out to a creative society and also skilled workforce. Slide before. All right, thank you. So when we're going to teach the Python programming language, we also able to serve the community with creativity from them, and also a very skillful idea to exchange with us, we like to be according to the community that we targeted. So this is giving a quality education for them too. So next slide, please. So the next MICE framework, which also goals augmented analytics for the data. So we know that we're going to target the community, and also we're going to teach them the Python programming language. So we know the Python programming language is came from the analytics of the data. It's also known as the advanced data discovery method that enable users to gain insights to a pattern of the data generated using various statistical methods like the Python programming language, which is we're going to do a pattern recognition, machine learning, also natural learning of the advanced data analysis tools like Python programming language. So that is the goals of the MICE and SDG they're going to present. Okay, so that's all for me. Thank you.
Yeah, I will present about the methodology for our project. Next. For our project progression, before we do our project, we find a suitable SDGs team, which is education. And we also create a suitable project according to our team. The project, the suitable project we choose is workshop, and then we find target audience. In this case, we also choose student as our audience. We also research materials to teach to the student. In this case, we choose Python programming. During project, we have a teaching and learning session with the students. We also have quiz to improve the student knowledge about the Python programming. We also have a Q&A session with the student to to answer their question regarding anything that they don't understand during the teaching and learning session. Also, we also have a feedback from ask the student for their feedback during the end of our session. After the project, we distribute the certificate to the students to acknowledge their contribution for our project. Then we analyze the feedback that we get from the students and improve what we need to improve for our future project. We also write the report for our project, and then we have a project reflection in order to have if we are going to have another project like this in the future. Next. Okay, this is the Gantt chart for our project. We start the project during 26 March with the early proposal, and then we continue the project until the last which is 24th June to have our project reflections. Next.
Okay, now I will present about the implementation that we do. So after we create the WhatsApp group for all the 30 participants from SMK Putrajaya Presint 16 and also there were several students from our university itself, from University Putra Malaysia. A night before, we generate a link and invite them to a Zoom platform for the next day event. So next. Here, as you can see, is all our slide material for the programs. It's cover all the basics for the beginner. For example, introductions and how to install the Python's application of the Python, print and input, data type, conditions, if-else statements, and there's a quiz. Next. We also have a discussions and practice with the students, and that's why it takes almost 3 hours for this program because we want they to understand well about the content. Here is the snapshot of Aiman's, which one of the participants were discussing with the presenter about if-else statement. And at the last of the programs, We also give them several pop quiz, and as expected, they can answer this question easily. Next slide. We forgot to take a picture with all the members, all the participants, but here is the remaining that we managed to get. So before we end the programs, we also give them a Google form link to give feedback for the project. Generally, as you can see, majority of the participants are satisfied with the programs. Next, for the workshop material, they are strongly agree that the workshop material was fulfilled their expectation and it was easy to understand. And they also agree that they will refer this material content in future. For the presenter, they are rated with highly rating by considering of the performance of a teaching performance of all the presenter, and and the way we manage the answer, the question, sorry. And after the project, we distribute all the 30 participants that participating with this layout of certificate.
Next, I will present about the project impact that we wish to fulfill during the project implementation. There are 3 impacts that we wish to fulfill during the project implementation, which are to ensure inclusive and equitable quality education, to promote lifelong learning opportunities for all, and empowering students through skills. Okay, the first impact is to ensure an inclusive and equitable quality education by providing the same context of knowledge to all students and participants who came with different background, gender, and races. Secondly, we wish to create an impact to students by promoting lifelong learning opportunities for all. As we all know, this pandemic COVID-19 has affected the trend of learning students. So there are also limited access to students who are seeking a new knowledge, skills, and we want to show that lifelong learning recognize that not all of our learning comes from a classroom. Therefore, by promoting lifelong learning, we can also boost the self-motivation for the student to keep learning, to figure out their personal interests, and to improve their confidence at all once. Last but not least, empowering students through skills. This is to make this impact become a reality. Through this project, we provide a student a platform by teaching Python so that students are exposed with programming language and enhance students to start thinking out of the box and being creative in solving problems. We also provide a challenge such as exercise and quizzes as explained by Zaim before, so that the student can enhance their critical thinking and boost their confidence. Therefore, by empowering students through skill, we hope that the student will be more confident, has ability to solve problems, can research information by themselves, and communicate that with the information, so that their interest their interest will keep to learning will go on, and ability to engage the issue occurring around them. Okay, here is some feedback that we got from our Google form. From this feedback, we can see that our program is very informative for newbie, and we have provide very informative content, and some of them want us to provide them the next class if we have enough time. So for conclusion, through this project, we managed to learn the importance of education in our life and how education can contribute in Sustainable Development Goal, SDG. Therefore, in our project, we focus on promoting new knowledge to students to promote learning opportunity for all in education. That's all from us. Thank you.